welcome to touch.cee natural. If you haven't subscribed, kindly hit the subscribe button so you'll be the first to know when we post a new video. In this video, I'll be showing you how to make herbal shampoo using rose petals and lemon balm. This shampoo is very rich because it's going to help your hair to be easily detangled. It's going to detoxify your hair. It's going to be a very deep wash for your hair because of the benefits of the rose petals and the lemon balm. These two balms, I chose them because they have very good antioxidant properties, antifungal properties. They fight dandruff, they fight bacteria, and then they leave your hair feeling very smooth and clean and detoxified. So first of all, I'm going to be making the floral water that contains the rose balm and the petals from the rose petals and the lemon balm. So what I'm just doing here is I measured out distilled water in 70 grams and I'm adding in my dried lemon balm. This dried lemon balm is very rich. Next, I'm adding in my rose petals. The lemon balm has antifungal, astringent, and antiseptic properties. It stops your hair from being itchy. It fights dandruff. This lemon balm is very good and rich for your hair. And then for the rose petals has natural oil and sugars that would help lock in moisture into your hair. It contains antioxidant that helps fight off free radicals. So what I did is I just placed it into a double boiler and allowed it to boil for some time, which will make the benefits of the rose balm and the rose petals and the lemon balm to be transferred into the water. So this is an infused lemon and rose water. That is what this is, a rose floral water. So I just strained it and now this is what we have, this beautiful combined floral water that we're going to be using in making this gorgeous and great shampoo for your hair. This shampoo, it's not the kind of regular shampoo you buy over the counter that strips your hair of its natural product. So now going into the main formula, the first thing I did was to measure out my xanthan gum that would give this formulation a thickening effect. After the xanthan gum, I measured out my vegetable glycerin. Vegetable glycerin is a humectant, and then for this formulation, it's going to be helping me to dilute my xanthan gum so that I do not have any form of clumps. So after measuring out the vegetable glycerin, I'm just giving it a mix so that this formulation is just going to be a bit thick and not so watery. So I've given this a mix. So up next, I'm going to be adding in my rose herbal floral water, which I showed you how I made just earlier in this video. So what I'm doing here is I'm taking the temperature to be sure that this floral water has cooled down, because I told you I kept it on a double boiler. So when it is below 40 degrees Celsius is when I'm measuring it out. So of course I told you that this shampoo is going to deep cleanse and detoxify your hair while giving it good benefits, antioxidant benefit and antifungal benefits that your hair needs. It is going to stop your scalp from being itchy. So at this point I gave it a mix and then I went in with the sodium lactate. Sodium lactate is a humectant, is an emolient, but then for this particular recipe I used it because it helps to detangle your hair. So with this shampoo you're not going to be having issues of your hair tangling. So up next I'm using the polyquaternium. Polyquaternium is going to help your hair to be very soft. It lubricates your hair and then it has this conditioning effect also. So you can see how beautiful it looks when I'm just giving that a bit of a mix. So polyquaternium is very good, not just for this formulation but for other hair products you may want to make. So up next, I'm going in with the AOS 40. The AOS 40 is the amide surfactant, but it is very, very active. As mild as the surfactant is, it gives great lather, it forms a lot. It is going to give your hair the extra cleanse that it needs. So that is why I chose the AOS 40 as the first detergent I'm using. So up next, I'm using the SCI, which is the sodium cocoyl isethionate. It is the baby foam that just gives this lather the perfect combination it needs for your shampoo to lather as much as you want, but then in a very mild way. It is not going to strip your hair in any form at all. So that is why I'm using the SCI. Please, when you're making your own formulation, make sure you do it in 2 phases. You use a water phase and then a detergent phase. So at this point, I double boiled it, placed on the double boiler to melt the SCI. At cool down now, I am adding the hydrolyzed silk protein. Hydrolyzed silk protein is that protein you want for your hair. It helps to condition your hair, it moisturizes your hair, and then it adds luster and volume to your hair. So finally, I'm using my liquid Jamal Plus as a broad spectrum preservative because this is a water-based formulation. So I'm just giving this a mix, and this is almost the end of our formulation, but then you need to check and balance your pH. Please, if you want to see how I check and balance my pH, click on the description box and see where I produce the pH buffing solutions and checked and balanced pH. So first we had 7.2 pH for this formulation, and then I used a few drops of the citric acid and then kept checking and balancing till we got to 4.8, which is a good pH for the scalp. So that is what we ended up. We needed a pH between 4.5 to 5.5, and this is the final formulation. Guys, look at how beautiful that looks. It is not just beautiful, it is very, very active, it is very, very rich. It is exactly what your hair needs. It detoxifies your hair, it stops your hair or your scalp from itching. It's like giving your hair some form of medicine. That is what this herbal shampoo is. If you don't have all the plants I used for this, you can use things like moringa or any other dried plants that you think or you know is going to be beneficial for your hair. So up next, I'm going to be doing the lather test to see how well this shampoo is gonna be forming when we use it on our hair. So I'm just rubbing it between my hands, and guys, you can see this beautiful lather that we have on our hands. Please, if you haven't hit the like button, kindly like this video, give it a thumbs up, kindly subscribe if you're yet to join this family. So this is it. This is what we created. Thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Bye bye.